This is DRF Race of the Day. Hi, everybody. Dan Illman, Mike Beer, the DRF Race of the Day for Sunday, August the 1st. Grade 1 stakes action at Del Mar. Let's throw up the field for race number 9, the $300,000 Clement L. Hirsch Fillies and Mares going 1 mile and a 16th on the main track. Download free formulator past performances for the race on the Race of the Day event page at drf.com. Access them, handicap along with us. 3 very talented fillies in this race, Mike. As time goes by, in Venetian Harbor might be the 2 best fillies and mares going longer on the West Coast. She Dares the Devil, last year's Kentucky Oaks winner.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting that She Dares the Devil ships out here, Dan. I mean, she's already a multiple grade 1 winner. So I feel like you have to consider her the horse to beat. We'll see how she stacks up.
Warren's Showtime is no slouch. She's at the board in 18 of 20 starts. And as we take a look at the Timeform U.S. pace projector, we see a versatile runner. She runs well on turf. She runs well on dirt. She can sprint. She can go long. She's hoping for some pace. She Dares the Devil might be able to get to the lead. That's a big advantage for the East Coast Invader.
It is. We'll see how fast. I feel like this pace could get a little bit more heated than that, but I guess we'll see how everybody plays it. I have no, real knocks on Warren Showtime. She's a really good horse. As you mentioned, good on turf and good on dirt, but to me, better on turf, Dan.
And might be better slightly on dirt against Cal-bred competition. She just won the Grade 3 Wilshire on turf as the favorite. Let's go back to her most recent dirt start at Del Mar last fall in the Betty Grable, going 7/8 of a mile. She kind of fell behind early in this race. She's going to come with her usual run to finish second. She's a nice filly, Mike, but I agree with you. Maybe she could be in a bit steep here. She's got to beat 3 good ones.
Yeah, I just think it's probably a little too tough for her. She runs fine in this race. This was also cutting back for her, which I guess, you could say was offered some kind of an excuse, but she ran a 77 in this race, Dan. I mean, a 77, she could beat 1,000,000 lengths in here.
Clock Strikes 12 is the number 2. This is a reformed claimer trained by Jonathan Wong. Second last time out at Pleasanton, well beaten by Miss Stormy D. This is a horse that needs to improve in a hurry.
Yeah, I mean, just really, really hard to make a case for. They tried a grade 1 and a grade 2 with her in the spring here, and she didn't, she wasn't really competitive in there. Not that she was terrible in the Beholder Mile.
As time goes by, is starting to live up to that big pedigree by American Pharaoh out of Take Charge Lady. She's won her last 2 races, both graded stakes races for Bob Baffert, including this effort in the Santa Maria last time out. As time goes by, stalk the pace outside, takes over, turning into the stretch. She's got to work, Mike, to win this race over a 23-1 shot.
Yeah, it's not easy here. A horse who was very heavily favored against, a very short field, and she does have to really dig in here to hold on, but she gets it done. Another good performance, Dan. She's got a series of figures now that make her very competitive in here. I don't know. I just like the way that she's headed, and I actually liked her Beholder Mile, Dan. When they ran her against Swiss Skydiver, I mean, I guess she wasn't winning that race. Swiss Skydiver was really good. I certainly don't think Mike Smith gave her best chance to win in there. I don't know what he was doing, keeping her wide around the track. She actually ran well in there.
Paige Ann has some credentials. Graded stakes placed last year in the Remington Oaks behind the solid Envoûtant. She's only raced once this year at Golden Gate Fields, and you could argue, hey, she needed the race and the synthetic surface. Maybe she's better on dirt. She was 3rd that day. I think she can move forward, and she has speed. Maybe enough speed to at least force the issue for a while.
I mean, I appreciate that she's, a newly turned 4-year-old relatively, and did, run a couple of nice races at the end of last year, but this is a really tough spot for her. And, showing up in this race with speed, I just don't think it's going to help her, Dan, because those 2 horses to the outside are just faster than she is.
Turf to Dirt worked for the 5 cover version in the race we're going to show you. Her most recent start on the main track on the 4th of July. That being said, this is a $50,000 starter allowance at Los Alamitos. She comes widest. She comes fastest. She wins. Only a 76 buyer. She's going to have to do a lot more.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you need some filler for these races, and she's certainly filler.
Venetian Harbor is a graded stakes winner around 2 turns. She won the Las Virginas as a 3-year-old going 1 mile. An argument could be made that she's better at slightly shorter distances, around 7/8 of a mile or so. She won the Raven Run at that distance last year. She's only raced once this year. It was on turf. She looked really good taking him gate to wire on the Monrovia, and she's another that can be forwardly placed. I'm not sure about distance, though, for her.
Yeah, that was my, I guess, biggest concern as well. I sort of get the feeling that she's a little bit better going shorter. Maybe we're just wrong about that, Dan, and she'll show up and run a really big race here. But I sort of liked it when they cut her back. I really feel like her Breeders' Cup Sprint is sort of a race you want to throw out where they just rated for some reason when they didn't have to. I doubt they rate here. I don't know how that's going to work out for her. I think she's a nice horse. I couldn't talk myself into her.
And she There's the Devil, probably the horse to beat for trainer Brad Cox. She won the Kentucky Oaks last year. She beat Latruska in the Azeri. She beat Envoûtante in the La Troyenne. She tried Latruska again in this race. The Grade 1 Ogden Phipps going a one-turn mile in a 16th. Now, Latruska made the lead on her in this race. She Dares the Devil tried to chase, and Latruska extends. The way Latruska's going right now, it's no disgrace for She Dares the Devil to finish a tiring third. It seems like she shows up each time. It's all about whether she'll be able to relax up front and if the pace is fast or not.
Yeah, I guess we'll see what kind of trip she gets. She's the horse to beat in here. I guess she ran fine in this race. It wasn't, to me anyway, it wasn't close to her best performance. I did think she got a dumb ride in that race by not going for the lead. I think they will go for the lead in here. And I think if she makes it, she's going to be hard to run down.
I agree, but we're going to try to beat her with the local horse as time goes by, as we take a look at our top selections for this race. Same superfecta as time goes by, 3, 7, 6, and 4. This horse has the tactical speed to adapt to any kind of pace scenario, Mike. I think the 7's going forward. I think the 6 is going forward. And I think as time goes by, can tuck in behind in the second flight.
That's why I took her too, Dan. I felt like maybe Venetian Harbor puts a little pressure on She Dares the Devil and sets it up a little bit for this horse. And I'll just hope she gets a better ride this time than she did in the last Grade 1.
3 quality fillies, bang heads in the Grade 1 Clement Hirsch. It's the Sunday race of the day, the 9th at Del Mar. Good luck.